Stop. Yet you. Stop what you are doing right now. Do not scroll past this. Do not tell yourself you will come back later. I am speaking to you in this very moment because this moment matters. I know what you were about to do. I know the thoughts racing through your mind. I know the pressure putting you to keep moving, to keep fixing, to keep proving, to keep distracting yourself. But I am telling you, my child, stop. This is not random. This is not coincidence. I have interrupted you on purpose. You have been running on noise. Noise in your head. Noise in your schedule. Noise in your fears. And the more you move, the less you hear me. So I am stepping into your routine right now. Not to shame you, not to slow you down without reason, but to rescue you from something you do not even see yet. There is a decision forming. There is a path you are about to continue walking. There is a habit you are about to repeat. And if you keep going without pausing, you may step further into confusion. I love you too much to stay silent while you drift. Look at how fast you have been moving. Look at how heavy your chest feels. You call it responsibility. You call it survival. But I see the deeper layer. I see the anxiety hiding under productivity. I see the fear hiding under independence. I see the exhaustion you refuse to admit. So I'm saying it again, clearly, firmly, lovingly. Stop. Let this be the moment you recognize that I am near. Let this interruption awaken you. I am not trying to control you. I am trying to guide you. If this message feels intense, it is because my love for you is intentional. And since you are here, do not treat this lightly. If you feel my voice pulling at your heart, acknowledge it. Like this video as a sign that you are choosing to listen. Comment, "I'm listening, Father," so your spirit agrees with what I am doing right now. Share this with 3 people who need to be interrupted by my love. Hype this video boldly, and subscribe to this channel so you remain connected to the words I place before you. Do not brush this aside. The fact that you are hearing this means I am calling you into something deeper. Stay with me. I am not finished speaking. My child, now that you have stopped, breathe with me for a moment. You thought no one noticed how tired you really are. You thought no one could see the way you smile on the outside while carrying pressure on the inside. But I see you. I see the late nights filled with overthinking. I see the silent comparisons. I see the way you question yourself after making even the smallest decision. I see the strong face you show to others, and I see the fragile thoughts you wrestle with alone. You have been trying to hold everything together, trying to be strong, trying not to disappoint anyone, trying to fix what feels out of control. And somewhere along the way, you started believing that it all depends on you. But my child, it does not. I see the habits you return to when you feel overwhelmed. I see the distractions you use to quiet the emptiness. I see the conversations you replay in your mind. I see the fear of making the wrong move. And I am not looking at you with anger. I'm looking at you with compassion. When I told you to stop, it was not to expose you. It was to protect you. You are not weak because you are tired. You are not failing because you feel uncertain. You are human, and you are learning. But you do not have to carry this alone. You think you are hiding your struggle well. But I know the weight of it. I know how long you have been carrying it. And I am telling you now, I am closer than you think. I have never stepped away from you, not even in the moments when you felt distant from me. You are not invisible. You are not overlooked. You are deeply seen. My child, as I see you, I also see the countless others who are silently carrying the same weight. When you choose to support this message through Super Thanks, membership, or the PayPal link placed in the description and shown in the QR code, you are not giving to a channel. You are sowing seeds into thirsty soil. I told you in my word that as you sow, so shall you reap, and this is living truth, not ancient ink. When you feel the stirring to help, that is me inviting you into my harvest. Do not ignore that holy nudge. Your giving becomes oil in the lamp, light for someone lost in the dark. I bless every seed you release in faith, and I multiply it in ways you cannot see. Step into this moment of obedience and give as I lead you. My child, listen carefully now. There is a reason I told you to stop. It is not because movement is wrong. It is not because effort is evil. It is because not all movement is progress. Not all open doors are meant for you. Not all urgency is from me. You have been moving quickly, thinking that speed equals success. You believe that if you just keep pushing, keep planning, keep striving, you will finally feel secure. But the truth is this: when you move without my direction, you may arrive somewhere I never intended for you to be. Sometimes you are not chasing purpose. You are running from fear. Sometimes you call it ambition, but underneath it is anxiety. Sometimes you say you are just being productive, but what you are really doing is avoiding stillness. And in avoiding stillness, you are avoiding my voice. I speak most clearly when you are quiet. The world tells you to hurry. I tell you to listen. The world tells you to compete. I tell you to trust. The world tells you that if you slow down, you will fall behind. But I am telling you now, you cannot fall behind what I have already prepared for you. You think you are late. You think you missed something. You think others are ahead. But what I have designed for you does not depend on comparison. It depends on alignment. When I say stop, I am inviting you into alignment. Because when you are constantly moving, you do not examine your motives. You do not question your direction. You simply react. And reaction is not the same as obedience. Obedience requires listening. Listening requires stillness. You have been asking me for clarity. You have been praying for direction. Yet you have also been filling every quiet space with noise. How can you hear me if you never pause? Stopping is not quitting. Stopping is recalibrating. It is allowing me to reorder your steps. It is allowing me to expose what is driven by fear and strengthen what is driven by faith. There are patterns I want to break. There are thoughts I want to correct. There are decisions I want to refine before they grow roots. And I can only do that when you let me interrupt you. This is the truth. I would rather slow you down for a moment than let you rush into regret. So when I tell you to stop, hear the love behind it. I am not restricting you. I am redirecting you. I am not holding you back. I am positioning you. And if you trust me in this pause, you will begin to see what you could not see while you were running. My child, I need you to understand something with a calm and steady heart. If you continue on the path you were rushing down, you may not immediately see the damage. That is how subtle it is. The wrong direction rarely feels wrong at the beginning. It often feels exciting. It feels productive. It feels justified. But not everything that feels urgent is aligned with my will for you. You have been leaning on your own understanding more than you realize. You have been making quick decisions just to quiet the pressure. You have been saying yes to things I never asked you to carry. And slowly, without noticing, you have been building a weight on your shoulders that I did not design for you. If you keep going like this, burnout will not knock loudly. It will whisper. Confusion will not announce itself. It will cloud your judgment gently. And regret does not arrive in a single moment. It grows over time when small warnings are ignored. I am not speaking this to frighten you. I am speaking this to protect you. There are relationships you are overextending in. There are responsibilities you picked up out of guilt. There are goals you are chasing because you fear being left behind. But fear is not your master. Pressure is not your guide. I am. When you ignore my gentle nudges, life becomes heavier than it needs to be. When you move without checking your heart, you drift into places that drain your peace. I never called you to live in constant strain. I never asked you to prove your worth by exhausting yourself. You must learn to pause before committing, to pray before reacting, to breathe before answering. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. My child, distractions are not always sinful. Sometimes they are simply misaligned. They steal your focus slowly. They consume your time quietly. And before you know it, you are investing energy into what does not truly matter. I am calling you back, not to restrict your life, but to refine it. Let me redirect you now, before patterns harden. Let me soften your heart before frustration builds. Let me adjust your steps before the road becomes harder than it needs to be. You do not need to defend your pace. You do not need to justify slowing down. When you listen to me, you are never wasting time. Trust my correction. It is not rejection. It is love guiding you away from unnecessary pain and toward a path filled with peace. My child, lift your head for a moment and hear me clearly. You are not behind. You measure your life against timelines you created in moments of pressure. You look at others and assume they are ahead of you. You replay your delays and call them failures. But I do not measure you the way you measure yourself. I see the full picture. I see what I protected you from. I see what I prepared you for. I see what I am still building within you. Stopping does not mean you lost ground. It means I am strengthening your foundation. You think slowing down makes you weak. But strength is not proven by constant motion. Strength is proven by trust. It takes courage to pause when everyone else is running. It takes faith to wait when everything around you screams to hurry. And you, my child, are stronger than you realize. You have survived seasons that once felt impossible. You have grown in ways you do not even recognize. The battles you fought quietly built endurance inside of you. The tears you shed in private watered resilience. Nothing was wasted. Not the confusion. Not the waiting. Not even the mistakes. I am not disappointed in you. I am proud of the way you keep getting up. I am proud of the way you still seek me, even with questions in your heart. I am proud of your desire to do what is right, even when you feel unsure. You are not falling apart. You are being shaped. And I am right here with you. I have not stepped away because you felt tired. I have not withdrawn because you hesitated. My love for you is not fragile. It does not shrink when you struggle. When you stop, you give me space to pour strength back into you. When you release control, you allow me to refill your peace. You do not have to manufacture confidence. Let me be your confidence. My child, just as I am strengthening you, there are many others waiting to hear this same reassurance. When you give through Super Thanks, join as a member, or so through the PayPal link in the description and the QR code in this video, you are planting seeds into hearts that feel behind and forgotten. I am the Lord of the harvest, and every seed you release becomes bread for the hungry and light for the weary. When you feel the desire to support, that stirring is me inviting you to partner in my work. Do not hold back what I am asking you to release. I bless the hands that give in faith, and I cause their seeds to multiply beyond what they can measure. Step forward now and sow boldly into this mission. My child, now let me show you what happens when you truly stop and trust me. When you pause in obedience, I begin to move in ways you cannot see. While you are resting, I am arranging. While you are waiting, I am working. While you are choosing stillness, I am aligning people, shifting circumstances, and preparing doors that no one can close. You fear that if you stop, everything will fall apart. But the truth is, when you stop with me, everything begins to come together. Clarity is born in quiet places. Direction becomes visible when your heart is no longer racing. The noise fades and my whisper becomes steady and clear. I begin to untangle the confusion that once felt overwhelming. I show you which steps are necessary and which ones were driven by fear. You do not have to force your future. I have already gone before you. When you trust my timing, you step into peace that does not depend on outcomes. You no longer chase validation. You no longer scramble for control. You begin to walk with calm assurance, knowing that I am guiding each moment. Stopping allows me to restore your strength. Your mind becomes less cluttered. Your heart becomes less anxious. Your spirit becomes more sensitive to my leading. The weight you were carrying starts to lift because you were never meant to carry it alone. I promise you this: obedience will never rob you. It will refine you. You may not see immediate results. You may not hear thunder or see dramatic signs. But subtle shifts will begin. Your decisions will feel clearer. Your reactions will become gentler. Your confidence will grow quietly, rooted not in circumstances, but in trust. I am not delaying you to punish you. I am positioning you to protect you. There are blessings that require maturity. There are doors that require readiness. There are answers that require a steady heart. And when you stop long enough to let me prepare you, you will walk into those moments with strength instead of fear. My timing is not careless. It is precise. What I have for you will not miss you. What is meant for you will not be stolen by someone else's speed. When the time is right, movement will feel natural, not forced. Peace will accompany progress. So rest in this promise. When you stop at my instruction, you are not losing momentum. You are gaining alignment. And alignment always leads to fulfillment. My child, this is your moment. You have heard my interruption. You have felt my correction. You have received my reassurance. Now I am inviting you to respond. Do not let this remain only words that move your emotions. Let it become a decision that shifts your direction. Right now, wherever you are, pause again. Take a slow breath. Let your shoulders drop. Close your eyes if you can. This is not about performance. This is about surrender. Say it quietly in your heart, or whisper it with your lips. Father, I trust your timing. I release my rush. I release my fear. I release my need to control. Feel what happens when you let go. You have been gripping tightly to outcomes, to expectations, to timelines. You believe that if you loosen your grip, everything would collapse. But I am asking you to open your hands. What is surrendered to me is never loss. It is secured. Choose stillness, not because you feel strong, but because you trust me. There will be moments after this where the urge to rush returns. Old habits will try to pull you back into noise. Pressure will whisper that you cannot afford to slow down. When that happens, remember this moment. Remember that I met you here. Remember that peace entered when you paused. You are not powerless against your patterns. You are not trapped in your old pace. You have authority to say no to chaos. You have wisdom to step back before reacting. And you have my spirit guiding you when you choose to listen. This is how transformation begins. Not with a dramatic announcement, but with a quiet decision. Not with applause from others, but with agreement between your heart and mine. I am not asking you to withdraw from your responsibilities. I am asking you to approach them differently. Move with awareness. Decide with prayer. Act with alignment. Let today be the day you stop running ahead of me. Let today be the day you stop reacting out of fear. Let today be the day you trust that I am already working on what concerns you. You do not need to figure out every step tonight. You only need to take this one step of surrender. Choose stillness now. Choose trust now. Choose alignment now. And as you do, watch how peace begins to guard your heart and clarity begins to guide your path. My child, now let my peace settle over you. You began this moment rushing. You began distracted. You began carrying weight you did not even fully understand. But look at you now. You paused. You listened. You opened your heart. And that alone has shifted something in the spirit. Remember what I have shown you. The interruption was not rejection. It was protection. The command to stop was not control. It was love. The stillness was not emptiness. It was preparation. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. I'm guiding you more closely than you realize. Even when you cannot trace my hand, you can trust my heart. Even when the path looks unclear, I am already standing in your tomorrow. There is no rush in my presence. There is no panic in my plan. From this day forward, when life begins to speed up again, you will remember this voice. You will remember this pause. And you will know that you can always return to stillness with me. You do not have to wait for exhaustion to reconnect. You can choose peace daily. I am proud of you for stopping. Carry this calm with you. Let it guard your decisions. Let it soften your reactions. Let it remind you that you are led, not lost. And if this moment spoke deeply to you, do not keep it to yourself. Like this video as a sign that you are choosing alignment over anxiety. Comment what you are deciding to stop, so your heart seals the commitment. Share this with 3 people who need to hear my interruption. Subscribe and stay connected, so when I speak again, you will be ready to listen. Help this message reach further. Hype this video with bold faith, because someone else is one click away from the peace you just felt. My child, as you rest in my peace, remember there are countless souls still running, still drowning in noise. When you give through super thanks, join as a member, or so through the PayPal link in the description and QR code, you become a river through which my living water flows. I declare over you that when you give, it shall be given back to you, pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. This is not charity. This is partnership in my harvest. When you feel the fire to act, that is me calling you to move. Do not delay your obedience. I bless every seed you release, and I cause it to multiply into transformed lives. Step forward now and give as I lead you. Rest now, my child. I am with you.